From Vince Scully Avenue, welcome to Dodger Stadium. Baseball coming up on this Memorial Day. It's the Colorado Rockies taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. First pitch coming at you right after the break. And our pitcher in this game, Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Base runners are tough to come by with him out there, Chris.
Yeah, this guy's been real stingy, man, not allowing guys to play the game, just keeping them at home plate. I mean, just ridiculous sub-1 whip. I mean, he's dominating hitters, and a guy like this on the mound, one of the elite starters in the game right now.
Jake McCarthy, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. The 1-1 is fouled off. The 1-2. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. One up, one down. Time to check out the Rockies lineup. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Well, Boog, against a talented pitcher, it's crucial to disrupt his rhythm. Use bunts to get him off the mound and moving around out there. If he's in a flow, step out and break his timing. When he throws in the zone, you might only get one pitch, so you don't want to miss it.
Tyler Freeman, batting with one down, takes a strike. Freeman thought that one missed, and here comes a challenge. Good eye at the plate. They'll overturn the call. So they've still got both their challenges. And the 1-0. Hammered, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Batting third, catcher TJ Rumfield.
And now the catcher comes up to hit.
Really strong hitting performance recently, working on a 5-game hitting streak.
Swings through that one for strike one. Man at first, one away. And that's a little bit high. And that's ball one. That's a little bit low.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike. But so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone. And the last two pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
Line drive. Makes the grab.
Batting fourth, second baseman Troy Johnston.
Troy Johnston digging in for the Rockies. Runner takes off. Strike in there. Throw to second. He's safe.
I think that still kind of sets the tone, not just for this game, but for the entire series. First inning, game one. So that kind of tells me they're going to be aggressive on offense and try to force the issue whenever they can.
Man at second. There's a strike. 95 of that one.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
Here's the 0-2. Got him. And that'll do it. And now the Dodgers get a crack at it. No score. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back here in L.A. and today on the hill, Jose Quintana. And Singy, it's unique these days, but he's more of a pitch-to-contact type of guy.
Yeah, Boogie, he doesn't rely too heavily on the strikeout. He knows he needs to miss barrels, get some soft contact, let the defense do work behind him. And I think a guy like that can keep a good tempo, don't give hitters time to adjust or think. They can move through a ball game, and you look up, they're in line for a quality start. We'll see what he's got in this one.
Alex Call steps to the plate for the Dodgers. In there at the knees, 0-1. That's a strike. Quintana in his 14th season, 37 years young. And he's a native of Colombia. Good job to fight that one off. In the dirt, gonna count 1-2. Next offering is downstairs.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. To the right side, and that chance handled. Slings to first, so they get the out after a long battle at the plate. Here's the Dodgers lineup now. Singy, this lineup has the benefit of playing behind a great pitching staff. They've got a really low ERA.
Yeah, and, you know, with that said, there's not as much pressure on the offense, but make no mistake about it. Players want to hit the ball hard, and they want to score runs. They want to jog around the bases, hitting the ball over the fence. So regardless of how dominant the staff can be, the attitude is we want to go out there and have some fun with the bat. So we'll see. One big inning in this one, you know, could be all they need, but you'd like to have multiple big innings.
Mookie Betts, the next to hit, takes ball one. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. And there's two away.
Batting third, first baseman, Freddie.
Two outs, base is empty. Freddie Freeman steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Right side, and it goes just foul. The 0-1.
That's a ball.
Smoked on the ground a second. There with plenty of time, and that ends the inning. Scoreless after one. Back here at Dodger Stadium, top of the second, Ezekiel Tovar digging in for the Rockies. Swing and a miss. That is strike two. Strike three. It's a strikeout for Yoshinobu.
Away, away, away. And clearly that was the plan right there. He just wasn't able to put it in play. And that should tell you something as a hitter. Sometimes you're a little too conscious of the inside pitch and you're not able to cover that outside part of the plate. So clearly some adjustments to be made next time.
Here's the left fielder. That one to first. And it gets by him.
There's something about pulling one down the line and shooting it through the infield that's just so satisfying as a hitter. It's just fun turning on a pitch like he did right there.
Man at first. Next to hit for the Rockies, Edouard Julien. And a foul ball. Here comes the 0-1. Yeah, that's fouled off. No score here in the second.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. Is going to make that pitcher really have to respect this hitter, even though he's behind in the count.
Swing and a ground ball, and that's just foul. Goes down swinging for the strikeout, and that's 4 strikeouts.
You usually are going to see that inside fastball a little longer coming in from the opposite side, but that pitch really got in on him right there. I mean, that's a well-thrown pitch. Tough to do anything with that in terms of getting the hands through and the sweet spot of the bat to the baseball.
Karros at the plate now, and that's strike one. Fastball for a strike. Just missed.
That's inside.
Looks like he was trying to get to the front door with that curveball. It's definitely a finesse pitch, but it backed up a little bit on him and stayed inside.
Stays alive. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Sets him down looking. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Back here at Chavez Ravine. Now it's the Dodger cleanup hitter, Kyle Tucker. Sliced hard, but fouled down the left side. One and two now. Goes down looking.
Batting fifth, center fielder, Andy Pajes.
And now Andy Pajes. outside. Ball one. Softly hit to third. Whips it across. Already 2 out here in the home half of inning number 2.
Batting 6, left fielder, Teoscar Hernandez.
Here's Teoscar Hernandez. He swings and fouls one off. Late on that fastball.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
Outside with a breaking ball. Just off the outside edge. Pitch misses inside, and the count is filled up. He goes down looking. Dodgers go down quietly. We'll move to the third with no score. Back here in L.A., new inning getting started. Braxton Fulford digging in for the Rockies.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
This one in the air, center field. Pajes takes it in for the out. One down.
Up next for Colorado, center fielder Jake McCarthy.
So the Rockies lineup turns over, and stepping in is the speedy Jake McCarthy. Went down on strikes his first time through. That one misses, and that is ball one.
Ball two.
As a hitter, you got to learn something from that pitch. He clearly wasn't timed up on the fastball. In a 2-0 count, you have to be ready to do damage.
Fouls one off. 2-2.
Elbow.
And foul ball. Battling here as he fouls it away. Oh, look at the stop. To first. Nicely done for the out.
Up next for Colorado, right fielder Tyler Freeman.
Here's Tyler Freeman to hit. 1 for 1 with a single so far. 2 down, nobody on. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Pajes on his way over, and that is that. 1, 2, 3 go the Rockies. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Back here at Dodger Stadium, bottom of the inning, Dalton Rushing steps to the plate for the Dodgers. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. In the dirt, ball 1. And then skips in the dirt. Outside with a breaking ball. Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Beats him for the first out, and that completes the strikeout.
Batting 8th, second baseman, Ha-Seong Kim.
Here's the second baseman, Ha-Seong Kim.
Not getting the results he's wanted at the plate recently. Barely hitting over the Mendoza line this month.
Right through there for a strike. Fastball for a strike.
Quickly into an 0-2 count. Both pitches were down in the zone. I think you set your sights a little bit higher because you'll have a tendency to chase if you look down in that area.
On the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch.
Batting 9th, third baseman,
Miguel Rojas at the plate.
That's off the corner.
Still tied at 0. Last of the third. In for a strike, and it's 2-1. Line drive, and that's a fair ball. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. The relay throw. Not going to get him. He's in there.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. He got a pitch he could get to out front, kept his bat through the ball, and didn't pull off or roll his hands over. And that allowed him to rip that ball down the line for the double. Runner in scoring position now and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ball game.
Back to the top of the Dodgers order. Alex Call, the next to hit. He's 0 for 1. And takes low for ball 1.
Well, they're looking to get on the board first here after that clutch 2-out double made this inning interesting.
Man on second, 2 down. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. The 1-1. That one kicks away from the catcher. Not in time. He's safe. Rojas up to third on the wild pitch.
Have to be really sure you can make it safely to third when you're in scoring position and 2 outs. Got to get that run across. Very important. Does a nice job of reading it. Gets to third base. Now just 90 feet away.
Taps softly to the right side. Throws to first, and that will end the inning. On to the fourth, still scoreless. On to the fourth. Now the Rockies catcher, number 7.
Rumfield.
Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. Oh, 1 now. Fouled off. He was late. Way inside, gets out of the way. Fly ball down the line. And he can't quite get there. It's a foul ball. The 1-2.
Nope, that's off the plate.
And there's a fly ball deep right field. That one carrying. High bounce over the fence for an automatic double.
That ball exploded off his bat and off the warning track as well as it bounced over the fence. It sounded really good, too. He just put together a really nice swing and just missed a home run.
Now it's the second baseman. Entered the game on defense, so this is his first trip to the plate in this one. Out to short. Betts whips it to first. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Up next for Colorado, shortstop Ezekiel Tovar.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Ezekiel Tovar digging in for the Rockies.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
Swing and a foul straight back. The Rockies looking to strike first. Top half of inning number 4. Slice the other way and foul. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Man at second. In the dirt. And a 1-2. Got him looking. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game.
Most guys are very aggressive when they see the stakes out there on the base paths and can't understand why he wasn't ready to swing the bat. You've got to be ready to swing the bat in a situation like that with the go-ahead run in scoring position.
Now at the plate, number 30. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Man on second, 2 down. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. In the dirt, blocked. And a foul ball, he stays alive.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, too. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2.
Nope,
Just
that's
off
away.
the outside edge. Edouard Julien in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. And a payoff pitch. Ground ball to the right side. And foul ball. And ball
Thank you,
4
mate.
to a board.
Very close off the outside
Up
corner.
next,
Could have
for
easily been
Colorado,
called a strike
first
in that
baseman
location.
Edouard Julien.
So in now for Colorado, Edouard Julien. Struck out swinging his first time. Swings and misses. 0-1. Two on, 2 outs. Strike 2.
Man, I'm pretty impressed out there on the mound right now. I mean, these are tough spots where pitchers really got to bear down. Those last 2 pitches were well executed.
Strike 3. Yoshinobu gets the K.
A lot of adrenaline, we can see it right there, and sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
Back here at Chavez Ravine. Bottom 4, Mookie Betts steps to the plate for the Dodgers. And there's a ball. This one belted deep left field, on its way, gone. A solo shot. The Dodgers strike first. It's 1-0.
Mookie gets a lot of power into his swing, and this is just the latest example of it. Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
Freddie Freeman will come up to hit. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. Fouls one off out of play, back to our left.
You know, these Dodgers doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of him. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
A 1-1. On the ground to the left. And it goes just foul.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of his zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
So here's Kyle Tucker now. That one finds the zone. It's 0-1.
to take a two-strike changeup that just missed. I think it froze him.
Spoils the two-strike pitch, and he'll see another. In the air, right field. Freeman moving under it, and there's two down.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
Center fielder, Andy Pajes.
And now, Andy Pajes. He's 0 for 1. Up the middle, base hit, and that extends the inning for Teoscar Hernandez.
Up next for the Dodgers, left fielder, Teoscar Hernandez.
And now Teoscar Hernandez fought off foul. There's the strike. Got him. That ends the frame. Back here in L.A., all set for the start of the inning. Kyle Carroll's digging in for the Rockies. Into the outfield, base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
Next for the Rockies is the DH, Braxton Fulford. The 1-0. On the ground, 2 ball. To Betts at second for 1. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice.
Up next for Colorado, center fielder Jake McCarthy.
At the plate, Jake McCarthy.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
He was late there, strike 1.
This is one of those situations defensively where you can't try to do too much. You got to make sure that you field the ball cleanly and get 1 out first. It's going to be tough to get 2 with this kind of speed in the batter's box.
Here's your 1. And that is out of play.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
And just misses with that one. Left field. And it's just foul. Tying run is at first, and we're at the top of the 5th.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open. The
1-2 on the ground, could be 2. To Betts at second for one. Over to first, safe.
Up next for Colorado, right fielder Tyler Freeman.
And now it's going to be Tyler Freeman, 1 for 2. And that one fouled off. McCarthy leads off first with 2 down to the inning. That one fouled off. And the 0-2. Strike 3. It's a strikeout for Yamamoto. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. It's the Dodgers 1 and the Rockies nothing. Back here at Dodger Stadium, we head to the bottom of the 5th. Dalton Rushing steps to the plate for the Dodgers. The 1-0. And a big swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Ball 2. Fights it off. He'll see another. And now the count filled up 3-2. Payoff pitch. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Now it's going to be Ha-Seong Kim. Fly to left his first time. Slapped foul. The 0-1. Runner on the go. On the ground to first. Julian steps on the bag. No chance at the double play with the runner in motion.
Up next for the Dodgers, third baseman.
And up next for Los Angeles, Miguel Rojas. Doubled in his first AB.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion, and he's in full speed.
Late swing fouled off. Man at second. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. The Rockies have some action in the pen. Brett Sullivan getting ready to go. Oh, 0-2 now. Quintana deals. Swing and a pop-up. Out number 2.
Up next for the Dodgers, designated hitter, Alex Paul.
So the batting order turns over. Alex Call steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Has grounded out a couple of times. And there's a foul ball. Runner at second, 2 down. Last half of inning number 5. That one in the dirt and gets away. No advance, though. The 0-2. Pitch kicks away. Rushing up to third on the wild pitch.
Even with a good secondary lead, sometimes it's hard to see just how far that ball's gotten away from the catcher. And if you can make it to third base pretty much standing up, well, that time he seemed to have a pretty good read, gets to third safely, and now he's just 90 feet away from scoring.
The 1-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Runner at third, 2 away. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Ripped to right. Plays it on a bounce, and it deflects away. In to score from third, and they lead by 2.
Well, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
Runner at first with 2 away. Mookie Betts will make his way to the plate. He's already homered in this game. Popped up to the left, into foul ground. And that is that. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. It's now a 2-0 ball game. This is NL West action on MLB The Show. Back here at Chavez Ravine. Close game here, and a chance now to look at a few highlights from this one. Number 7
Leading
digging
off
in for the
Colorado,
Rockies.
Catcher TJ Rumfield.
All these Rockies showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. Starter's leash has to be getting tighter with his pitch count where it is, but so far he's been really effective in this one. You know, sometimes it just takes getting to the bullpen in order to be able to score runs, and that might be the case today.
Lined into left center. Should be extra bases. Around first and hustling for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
2 hits for him in this one, both for extra bases. Got to feel good about that. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
Runner in scoring position. No outs. Here's the Rockies cleanup hitter. And that is in for a strike. And it's 0-1. Man at second. Struck him out without a swing. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's one away. Next for Colorado, Ezequiel Tovar, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. In the dirt, but no advance. That's ball one. And the 1-0. Out towards right center field. Tucker on his way over. He's got it. Runner tags at second. And he moves up to third. Now 2 away.
Up next for Colorado, left fielder.
Here's the left fielder.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here.
In there at the knees. That's strike one. The Dodgers holding on to a 2-run lead, and we're in the top half of the 6th. On the ground, right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. It's Major League Baseball on the show.
Now pitching for
Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound. Brett Sullivan.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Leading off for the Dodgers, first baseman, Freddie Freeman.
Outside.
You know, these Dodgers putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. They really made that opposing starter work in this one. Ran his pitch count up, and now they've got an opportunity to continue making things difficult on the bullpen.
That one ripped right center field. Carrying well. Out of here. He'll touch them all. And they add a run. It's 3-0. He absolutely feasts on right-handed pitching and devours that one for a homer.
And you can see that's what he expects of himself at bat after at bat. He's that confident. In a 2-0 count, a hitter is on high alert. This is what you live for, to be in the driver's seat here. He got a pitch that he could handle, and he hit that pitch really hard. Nice home run.
That one's in there. Strike one.
Obviously, this type of run production isn't exactly sustainable game to game, but it's a good sign that a lot of hard work's been paying off.
0-1 down. Ground ball up the middle. To first. One away. Bottom of the 6th.
Up next for the Dodgers, center fielder, Andy Pajes.
And the batter now, Andy Pajes. Movement in the bullpen, Brennan Bernardino. The left-handed reliever appears to be getting loose. One out, base is empty, and a run in here in the bottom of the 6th. Line to second, snagged on the bounce. Gets it to first, and they got him.
Up next for the Dodgers, left fielder, Teoscar Hernandez.
This one popped up. And makes the grab. And that is that. Solo shot for the Dodgers this inning. It's now 3-0. Edouard
Leading
Julien
off for
digging in for the
Colorado,
Rockies.
First baseman, Edouard Julien.
I really like how he's been attacking hitters early in at bats. He's thrown strikes on the first pitch to over 70% of the guys he's faced in this one.
That one catches the zone, and it's 0-2.
Ball 2.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. So he cracks double digits with his 10th strikeout. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. It appears Dave Roberts is going to dig into his bullpen as he comes out of the dugout to make the change. Yoshinobu Yamamoto is done, and he was very good. They'll be happy with that, no doubt. We'll be back with a new pitcher in a minute.
Now pitching for the Dodgers.
Righty reliever out of the pen,
29,
Jonathan Hernandez. This is his third time out this year. Foul ball there. The 0-1. That one missed. Looked like a strike to me. And here comes the challenge. It just shaved the zone. Still 2 challenges left for them. The Dodgers leading by 3 here in the top half of inning number 7. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, clearly just anxious right there, and understandably so. In an 0-2 count, you feel like you've got a lot of plate to cover, and you don't want to strike out, and you end up striking out. That's just one of those pitches where it's not over the plate, but because you committed to it as it was leaving his hand, by the time you realized it wasn't going to be in the zone, it's too late to hold up your swing.
Fulford in the box again. Takes a strike. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. So the 2-out knock extends the inning and sends them back to the top of the order.
Up next for Colorado, center fielder Jake McCarthy.
Right through there for a strike. The 0-1. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Good late movement on that sinker right there. It's right where you want to get it to get that swing over the top.
And that one is lifted in the air. Tucker on the move. And that'll do it. So 1 left for Colorado. They trail it here 3-0. Dalton Rushing steps to the plate for the Dodgers. He is struck out, and he is walked. That catches the corner.
Backdoored him with a breaking ball. Just got the corner. There's nothing you can really do with that.
In the air on the infield, Karros. And there's one down.
Up next for the Dodgers, second baseman Hassan Kim.
Sullivan goes 5 feet 11 inches. He features a four-seam fastball, a sinker, and he occasionally uses a curve.
Ball 2.
Two one now. Tovar on the run, sends it over to first. Pretty nice play there.
Up next for the Dodgers, third baseman, Miguel Rojas.
Manager out of the dugout now, and he'll make a move to dip into the Rockies bullpen. Brett Sullivan won't go any further. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute.
Now pitching for
They turn
Colorado,
things over to the
number
southpaw,
83,
Brennan Bernardino.
Well, he's been a really tough guy to take deep this season. You usually have to string some hits together in order to get to him.
Two down, bases empty. Miguel Rojas getting ready to hit.
Well, that's really the money spot, down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
Two down, nobody on, and a foul ball. The 0-2. And they'll do it again.
No, that's low.
Up the middle, and he knocks it down. Still able to get it there in time. And they come away with an out after a tricky start to the play. Dodgers down in order, but they lead it 3-0.
Leading off for the Rockies, right fielder Tyler Freeman.
Yeah, that's fouled off. The 0-1. That's the third. Throws to first in time. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th.
Couple of pitches and a quick out.
Colorado catcher T.J. Rumfield.
Tap foul at the plate. And it's even up.
Tried to backdoor him with that slider right there, but just missed off the plate. Good pitch, though.
And that one is downstairs, and it's 2-1.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. And there's a ball. Challenge from behind the dish here. And it's a called strike after the review. They'll keep both their challenges. And I think Dave Roberts is coming out of the dugout.
pitching for the Dodgers.
Will Klein gets handed the rock out of the pen. He's into the game with the bases empty. So next will be the 4-hole hitter for the Rockies.
Second baseman, Chad Stevens.
Hard liner. Brings it in, and that's the third out. Nothing doing here this half. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Dodgers 3 and the Rockies nothing. This is NL West action on MLB The Show.
Leading off for the Dodgers, designated hitter, Alex Hall.
There it was. 0-0. Here it is. Hit it. He gets a take. Gets ahead in the count.
The 0-1.
That's the ball.
On the ground to third. Karros fires across the diamond. One gone to the bottom of the 8th.
Up next for the Dodgers, shortstop Mookie Betts.
No. Oh.
Line drive to short and caught.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Freeman in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. That's in there at the knees, and it's strike 2.
Throwing the ball well, and they need this scoreless inning in relief right here. Been doing a good job keeping him in striking distance.
Two down, nobody on. And that's off the inside edge. 1-2 to count. Got him swinging. Nothing doing for the Dodgers here, but they're on top by a count of 3-0.
Now pitching for the Dodgers.
Here comes the closer here in the ninth, Tanner Scott.
Save opportunity for him right here, and he's their guy. Time to lock this one down and get out of here with the W.
Fastball is outside. That one finds the zone. And a count 1-2. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth.
Well, we saw a solid effort out of their starter, and the bullpen is following suit. It's just a good day as a manager or as a pitching coach when you can hand the ball off to multiple arms and get stability from all of their performances.
Pop foul out of play off to the right. One down, base is empty here in the ninth. Good job to fight that one off. The 0-2.
Tough take right there. He swings at that more often than not.
Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. So the call stands. So they'll lose their first challenge. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Swings through it for the K. Rockies down to their final out.
This is definitely what a team likes to see out of their closer. Come in and just destroy all hope. First two batters, 2 strikeouts. See if he can strike out the side.
Julian in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. This one in the air, center field. Pajes on his way over. He'll squeeze it for the final out, and the Dodgers claim the win here behind some great pitching and defense.
This is just a nice win. 3-0 ball game. You feel comfortable about the 3 runs that you scored, but you also know that if you're not careful, a bloop, a base hit, and a home run ties everything up. But it was great pitching. Timely hitting really made the difference.